Name is Joseph Backholm, sitting in for Tony today, and the trucker-led People's Convoy rolls on, continuing its progress toward Washington, D.C. for a peaceful protest of vaccine mandates and government overreach. There is some breaking news on this subject this afternoon. The CDC says that masks should be optional in places where the hospitals are not under strain. Is this enough? Joining me for today's special Defending Freedom Convoy segment is Joshua Yoder of the U.S. Freedom Fighters. Joshua, welcome to Washington Watch.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for taking some time to join us. Tell us how life on the road is.
Well, yeah, it's just incredible. From where we started in near Barstow, California, there was a massive showing there. Thousands of people came out to see us off. So many patriotic Americans coming together, Republican, Democrat, gay, straight, all different nationalities and races. It was amazing to see all these Americans coming together. This is the way our country should look. These people aren't, there's no infighting. Everything is peaceful, law abiding. It's just incredible.
What kind of reaction are you getting as you drive across the country, drive by other cars, interact with people when you stop?
Well, right now, obviously, the convoy is growing by leaps and bounds, just with normal vehicles, both trucks and normal citizens joining in minivans and their cars. And every time we stop, it's just an incredible showing of support. People are showing up with food and water and different supplies. We currently have, I believe, 5 semi-loads of supplies that people have donated, for the truckers. Yeah. We were in, where was it? I believe on the border of New Mexico last night. And probably about 1,000 people showed up. They brought their grills. They had bonfires waiting for us, and it was amazing.
Now, you heard the news, I hope, at the beginning, or at least I'll repeat it. The CDC now says that masks should be optional in places where the hospitals are not under strain. What's your reaction to that news?
Well, considering all the studies that have been put out over the past year and a half, saying how ineffective masks are, I think that's I think it's too little too late, but I'm glad that they're realizing that now.
Now, your involvement is not just part of this convoy. You're actually part of a lawsuit as well. Could you give us an update on your case and tell us what you're trying to accomplish there?
Sure. So the organization that I'm with, that's usfreedomflyers.org, flyers with a Y. It was airline pilots who stood up back in August and said, we're not going to take the mandates at the airlines. Quickly grew beyond pilots to all airline employees, and then went to greater transportation. We have truckers, we have sea shipping, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, a lot of different groups that have come together to push back against the federal mandates. On November 22nd, we filed a federal lawsuit against the Biden administration regarding the federal contractor clause of the vaccine mandates and challenging the constitutionality of the mandates. And so that's currently in court. Most airlines have backed off for now. We currently have 4 airlines who still have vaccine mandates in place, even though there's been a pause placed on the federal vaccine mandate. So we're now turning focus to those 4 individual companies as well. We'll be bringing lawsuits in the coming weeks.
So with this convoy, what are your expectations? What are you hoping to accomplish? And then also, how optimistic are you that we are all going to be successful in that effort?
Well, first of all, we're going to be successful when we all stand together as Americans. That's really where our strength lies, is when we come together and stop dividing ourselves among party lines and race and ethnicity. This is exactly what these deep state players want, because when we're divided, we can't unite against a common foe. And what's really cool about this convoy is that it's drawing national attention. And so we're able to put out messaging about, what the issues are in this country and what we're asking for. And I think what you understand, or what most people understand, is the average American, we have very similar beliefs. And the media would have us believe that we're all divided, that we're infighting. And that just is not the case. I can tell you that on the road today, every single overpass was just packed with, easily hundreds on most overpasses. And there was one that had probably about 1,000 people on it. With flags and signs, like all these different people coming together in solidarity, standing with the truckers. And ultimately what we hope to achieve out of this is to end the federal state of emergency, which the government is using to essentially circumvent the Constitution and bring in these, vaccine and mask mandates under that as well.
Joshua, tell people before I let you go, is there a way to track your progress so people can see if you're going to be coming through their town?
Absolutely. You can go to thepeoplesconvoy.org and you can click on the routing there. You can see where we're going to be on the overnights. You can follow all the linked social media as well, which will tell you exactly where we are and what we're doing and how you can get involved.
thepeoplesconvoy.org. And Joshua Yoder, thank you for being a great example of doing something when you're frustrated, and thanks for your time today as well.
Thank you for having me on. Have a great day.